Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Pokémon Slowpink Edition. It's Pokémon Emerald, but fun. Pokémon Slowpink version is an enhanced version of the creator's first hack, Pokémon Enduring Emerald. Meant to be more a callback to Pokémon Yellow and Pokémon LGPE than Red/Blue or FireRed/LeafGreen. Instead of choosing between the Gen 1 starters at the beginning, you'll choose between Pikachu, Eevee, and Slowpoke. And instead of having a mix of Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon, the hack only has Gen 1 Pokemon as well as their baby forms, evolutions, and regional variants introduced in the future generations through Gen 7. Other changes, like new dark UI for the start menu, reusable TMs, following Pokemon, FireRed LeafGreen style location previews, Gen 6 style experience share that can be toggled on and off as a key item. Your Pokemon can forget HM moves without needing a move deleter for it. Items used for trait evolutions like King's Rock and Metal Coat can now be used in the evolution stones from the bag. And the linking cord item from Legends Arceus can be purchased to trigger any other trait evolutions. There's also lots of dialogue changes and more. While this is probably a controversial opinion, unless you're IGN, too much water, but as an old person, I never really liked the third generation of Pokemon titles. Gens 1 and 2 were great because of their rosters, and while there were some duds in the games, looking at you, Execute Order 6 Eggs, and Pineco, a pine cone someone glued eyes on. The vast majority of the first 251 Pokemon designs are not only solid, at this point, most are iconic. Game Freak's desire to reinvent the wheel and scrap the entire Pokédex up to Ruby and Sapphire never really made sense to me. Nintendo and their characters have a long storied history of being used for decades. And sure, some people are over Mario fighting Bowser, and Link always going up a version of Ganon. However, that's how you create and keep characters in the hearts and minds of generations. I mean, there's a reason why Mario is more recognized than Mickey Mouse, despite the 100-year head start. Mickey's last movie was Fantasia, while Mario was just in Mario Kart World this year. So the hasty decision to axe the likes of Charizard, Eevee, and Slowpoke seems short-sighted to say the least. Even crazier to think they originally only wanted their new 130 Pokemon instead of the 201 we would receive in the shipped version of Ruby and Sapphire. All of this is to say that this fan game, by fix the fundamental problem I had with the original Pokémon Emerald by adding the OG Pokémon in the very beginning of the Hoenn region. And our starter choices are a throwback to Pokémon Yellow, with being able to pick between a Pikachu and an Eevee. Obviously, I went with the star of the game, Slowpoke. In addition to Slowpoke, my final team ended up being Charizard, Dugtrio, Nidoking, Alakazam, everyone's favorite, and I forced myself to use Executor because I felt bad for mocking Execute earlier in this video, and right now with that silly mispronunciation. At the end of the day, Ruby Sapphire and Emerald have a good map, 2 interesting rival gangs in Team Magma and Aqua, and all it really lacked for me was Pokemon I cared about. Well, at least enough to carry me through the entire game. So if you're like me, and the creator of this fan game, and appreciate the first generation of Pokemon, you'll enjoy Pokémon Slowpink Edition. Or, even if you're not like me and you just happen to know how to use a computer or download games on your phone, it's a free game. It's hard not to at least recommend you trying it for yourself. If you end up liking it, loving it, being mad on it, or worst case, thinking it was a waste of time, let me know down in the comments. Obviously, I can't link all the fun stuff in the video description because of YouTube, but I'll pin the post from the creator as the top comment. Thanks as always for watching. I've been Bunny Smacker, and I will see you next time. Same bunny time, same bunny channel. Alright, see ya.